Hi scholars, welcome back to Math with Ms. Zane. Last week we learned about multiplication, and this week we're going to continue with its counterpart, division. Now, division and multiplication works like addition and subtraction. They are really the opposite of each other. When you talk about something like 3 times 4 equals 12, the opposite of that would just be 12 divided by 3 equals 4. You see, the numbers are within the same fact family. Let's take a closer look to what division really means. Now, when we talk about division, it means we're splitting something into equal groups. Equal groups, the same concept we've learned previously in multiplication, it means that every single group that you divided are the same amount. For example, within the example of 12 divided 3 equals 4, you are splitting 12 into 3 equal groups, while within each group there are 4 numbers. 12 divided into 3 groups equals 4. A really cool thing about division is that every number can be divided by itself as well as the number 1. When a number is divided by itself, the answer is 1. While the number is divided by 1, the answer is itself. Let's take a look. Here we have 12 divided by 1. What does it really mean is that 12 is separated into one group. Well, if we can only make one group from 12, this group will be the total amount, which the answer is also 12. There you go. When a number is divided by itself, you get 1, and when the number is divided by 1, you get number itself. Pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so as a practice, we are going to look at your problem-solving journal together on page number 74 and 75. You ready? Let's go. First step, let's read the question together and see what are the keywords we can circle. Mr. Lopez received 28 new fish. He will place the same number of fishes into 7 fish bowls. Create a model showing how Mr. Lopez will separate 28 fish into 7 bowls. How many fish does Mr. Lopez place in each bowl? Once you're done reading the question, you may notice that a lot of the keywords when we talk about division has already popped up, such as the word 28 fish in total. You are separating. It's a hint of division. And each. Each is a keyword when it comes to multiplication and division. And the fact here it says same number are hinting that we are creating equal groups. Whenever you do a question and see the word same number each, it means you're creating equal groups. Let's write that down real quick. So here it asks you to first write the question as a statement with a blank for and no. Well, we can use the question sentence right here and flip it around. Mr. Lopez placed a blank number of fish in each. Excuse me. Hopefully that wasn't Corona. Mr. Lopez placed a number amount of fish in each bowl. Sounds about right. We're creating a statement right there.
Here it asks you, the next step, it asks you to draw a model. Wow, when it comes to drawing a model, we have to be very certain that when you create an equal amount of fish balls, 7 balls, first we create 7 little baskets represent fish balls. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're missing one. Let's add it right here. Okay, here I've numbered ball number 1 to 7. Now, when you place equal same amount of fish into each ball, it means every time when you add fish to one basket, you have to add it to another basket. Here I'm going to represent fish by a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will take away 7 fishes in the fish tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope you get a chance to catch that. Did you catch that? For 7 fishes, you place 1 in each ball. That takes away 7 from the total. Now we're going to repeat the same thing for the next 7 fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the 7 fishes, I'm going to place them 1 inside each bowl again. Alright, and then we just keep on repeating it for the process until we have no more fishes left. Let's see if we have another set of 7 ready for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, we do. Let's put the green fish we just crossed out into the fish balls. Feel like we're creating a rainbow right here. Okay, now let's switch to another color. Let's use purple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. We don't have any leftovers if we place the last set of fish into fish balls. That's 7 fish being placed in 7 different tanks. Every tank get 1 additional fish. Okay, so that we're done. As you can see in the model, within every tank, we can count up exactly 4 number of fishes per fish tank, for fish bowl. Self use your words and number to tell. Okay, so after our model, we're going to elaborate our answer something like this. I'm really getting a sneeze here. It must be the pollen. The fish tank, the fish tanks each has 4 fishes. Done. Together, 28 fishes are placed in 7 tanks. Okay. That will be the end to this question. When it asks you to determine the reasonableness and justify your answer, there are a few ways to check. Number 4, number 7, and number 28, once you remember the fact, are a fat family. And the second way to check is that we see each ball has the same number of fish. As long as one of the balls has more than 3 fish or 4 fish, that means we could have made a mistake. But as we can see here, every single ball has the same number of fish. So it looks pretty solid, I would say. All right, that will be the answer to this question. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, now let's talk about another model and another way to solve. This time, we're not going to be drawing, but we're going to use some mathematical principles. Let's see. So, still the same question. Step number 1, always highlight the keywords. We want to separate 28 fishes into 7 bowls. We're placing the same amount of fish in each bowl. The first thing we're going to do this time is a method called repeated subtraction. How this method works is that you keep on taking out the same amount of number from the total until you run out of any numbers. So, step number 1, I would do something like this. I'm going to have 28. Take away 7. That left us with 21. And besides 7, I'm going to note that's one group of 7. And I continue to do the same thing. 21 minus 7 again, that leaves us with 14. At 14, that's two groups of 7. This is the second group of 7. We ran out of space, so we're going to work right here. 14 minus 7 equals 7. So this 7 I took away right here is the third group of 7 I'm taking away. And lastly, the last 7, if we take away 7 from it, it will be 0. We've at that point used up all the 7s. And this is the fourth 7 we take away. So let me change to a highlighter. You can see better. The first 7, change it to a highlighter so you can see better. This is the first 7 you take away. This is the second 7. This is the third 7. And that's the last 7 we took away, which means together you can take away 4 groups of 7. If we place one set, the 7 becomes 1 in each fishbowl. Together we're left with 4 groups of 7. Four groups of 7 means 1 fish in each ball when we take away a 7. Together, each of the 7 balls would receive 4 fishes in total. And let's write the equation right here. 28. I'm going to start a new line. 20. I'm going to start a new line in blue. If we say 28 divided by 7 equals 4. Okay, justify the reasonable of your solution. You can do the same thing as what we did last time. And this is how you would do it through repeated subtraction. Alright, that's it for today's Math with Ms. Zane video. Make sure you do the practice problems in the Go Math book, as well as try out the online module if you have time from clever.com, and send me your answers. We'll correct it together. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!